Hello everyone, this is Mahanur Ali and welcome to my channel Learn with Ease. In today's video, we are going to learn about the ERBS paralysis. The ERBS paralysis is muscle weakness in the arm or the shoulder that can occur as a result of an injury which is sustained either during birth or later in life. This injury is acquired due to excessive increase in the angle between the head and the shoulder. Because of this excessive increase in the angle between the head and the shoulder, there occurs damage to the upper trunk of the brachial plexus as it descends in the neck. And the site of damage in the upper trunk is known as the ERBS point. As you can see in this diagram, here we have the root of C5 spinal segment, the root of C6 spinal segment, which together form the upper trunk. The upper trunk then gives off two branches, which are the suprascapular nerve and the nerve to subclavius. Then the upper trunk divides into an anterior division and a posterior division. The point where these six nerves meet is known as the ERBS point. ERBS point is the site of injury in the ERBS paralysis. And therefore, the nerve roots involved in ERBS paralysis are going to be the C5 and C6 nerve roots. Before proceeding with the muscles which get involved in ERBS paralysis, let us have a very brief recap of the anatomy of the upper trunk of brachial plexus. As you can see in this sheet, here we have the nerve roots of C5 and C6 which fuse with each other in order to form the upper trunk. This upper trunk then divides into an anterior division and a posterior division. This anterior division of the upper trunk fuses with the anterior division of the middle trunk in order to form the lateral cord, whereas the posterior division of the upper trunk fuses with the posterior divisions of middle and lower trunks in order to form the posterior cord. Now let us learn very briefly about a few branches of lateral cord and posterior cord. Lateral cord gives off the branches LLM, out of which M is going to stand for the musculocutaneous nerve, whereas the posterior cord gives off branches STAR, with A and R standing for axillary nerve and the radial nerve. If you want to learn more about the brachial plexus, please watch my video about the brachial plexus. Coming back to the topic of ERBS paralysis. The various muscles involved are going to be, first let's start with supraspinatus and infraspinatus. Supraspinatus and infraspinatus muscles get involved due to the involvement of suprascapular nerve. As you can see in this diagram, the upper trunk gives off a branch known as the suprascapular nerve. Because of the involvement of this nerve, there is going to be paralysis of the supraspinatus and infraspinatus muscle. Apart from this, we have the three Bs, which are the biceps brachii, brachialis and brachioradialis, which are going to be supplied by the musculocutaneous nerve. Because of the involvement of musculocutaneous nerve, which is a branch of the lateral cord, there is going to be paralysis of these three Bs. Next, we have the supinator muscle and the ECRL, which is the extensor carpi radialis longus. Both of these muscles get involved due to the involvement of the radial nerve, which is a branch of the posterior cord. Apart from these muscles, we also have the deltoid muscle, which gets paralyzed due to the involvement of the axillary nerve, which is a branch of the posterior cord. Hence, in total, we have 8 muscles, them being the 3 Bs, biceps brachii, brachialis, brachioradialis. Then we have the supraspinatus and infraspinatus. Then extensor carpi radialis longus, supinator, and the deltoid. Now, before directly starting with the deformities which are seen in ERBS paralysis, let us first understand very briefly about what the functions of all these muscles are. First, starting at the level of shoulder, we have the deltoid muscle. This deltoid muscle is responsible for abduction of the arm. Because of paralysis of deltoid, there will be loss of function of abduction of arm leading to adduction. Hence, adduction of the arm is the deformity which is going to be seen in ERBS paralysis. Then we have the supra and infraspinatus muscle who when paralyzed will result in loss of function of lateral rotation of the arm, leading to the deformity of medial rotation of the arm. Then we have the 3 Bs who are responsible for flexion at the elbow. Because of paralysis of 3 Bs, the function of flexion at the elbow is lost, resulting in the deformity of extension of the elbow. Next, we have the supinator who, as the name suggests, is responsible for supination of the forearm. Because of paralysis of the supinator, there is going to be loss of function of supination of forearm, resulting in the deformity of a pronated forearm. Next, we have the extensor carpi radialis longus, who, when paralyzed, will lead to loss of function of extension at the wrist, resulting in the deformity of flexion at the wrist. Hence, the deformities which are seen in ERBS paralysis from top to bottom, that is from the proximal part of the upper limb to the distal part, are going to be first, adduction at the level of arm, the medial rotation of the arm, extension of the elbow, pronation of the forearm, and flexion of the wrist. All these deformities result in the policeman's deformity or the waiter stiff deformity. With this, we conclude the video of ERBS paralysis. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Have a very nice day.